Hello class, today we're gonna get all up into Shakespeare's naughty bits. Oh, fuck! It is fitting, of course, that today we look at Twelfth Night. Fitting because today, January 5th, is Twelfth Night, or the 12th day of Christmas. 5 golden rings! Sorry. There's an interesting exchange in Act 1, Scene 3, between the constantly drunk Sir Toby Belch and the constantly worrisome Sir Andrew Aguecheek. Sir Toby is trying to buck up his young friend Aguecheek by backhandedly complimenting him. At one point, this exchange happens. "Then hadst thou had an excellent head of hair." Why? Would that have mended my hair? "Past question! For thou seest it will not curl by nature, but it becomes me well enough. Does not? Excellent. It hangs like flax on a distaff, and I hope to see a hussif take thee between her legs and spin it off." Did you catch the joke? If not, that's okay. You need to know a few things to fully get it. First up, hussif is an archaic pronunciation of housewife. Now, I didn't need to say it that way, but you just learned something. Ha! Next up, this is flax, and this is a distaff. And traditionally, a woman who is making thread, yarn, or linen would hold the distaff between her thighs while she spun. So Toby is suggesting that he'd like to see his friend's head, having the flaxen hair, held between a woman's thighs and spun off. On an unrelated note, here are some random images that have nothing to do with what I just said. Now, there are some sources that say that there's a potential syphilis joke in here, and it's possible, since Shakespeare was constantly joking about the disease. However, this particular joke is more about bucking up the spirits of an insecure young man, and thus more about the act that would have given him the syphilis, as opposed to the result. Since we're on the subject of Twelfth Night, I have to mention Act 2, Scene 5, which has one of Shakespeare's most famous dirty jokes in plain sight. It occurs during the Malvolio tricking scene. So, Malvolio is the steward in his household. Think Carson from Downton Abbey. But unlike Carson, Malvolio wants to move up in the world by marrying his boss, the Lady Olivia. Because of this, Sir Toby, along with his accomplices, Maria, Sir Andrew, and a servant named Fabian, concocts a plan to make Malvolio humiliate himself. Part of the plan revolves around a forged letter from Olivia to a mysterious M-A-O-I, who Malvolio thinks is himself. While musing on the validity of the letter, Malvolio says, "By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus makes she her great P's. It is, in content of question, her hand." And if that wasn't enough to hit the joke home to the audience, Sir Andrew repeats, "Her C's, her U's, and her T's." Why that? I'm afraid I may have to spell it out for you if the joke is still eluding you. Her very C's, her U's, and her T's. Shakespeare, ladies and gentlemen, a filthy playwright. Thanks for watching, class, and if you like Shakespeare, theater, or wordplay in general, take a second to like and subscribe. Here's a link to some of the other videos I've already made. See you next time!